never see the seven wonders, that'll be alright. Should my tender heart be broken, I will cry those teardrops from knowing I will be just fine. 'Cause nothing changes who I am. I am Rosemary's granddaughter, the spitting image of my father. And when the day is done, my mama's still my biggest fan. Sometimes I'm clueless and I'm clumsy, but I got friends that love me, and they know just where I stand. It's all a part of me, and that's who I am. That's who I am.
I have no idea what just happened, but I'm pretty sure it was funny. I love the lines you make up when they turn away the best.
You're the one who wanted to see through my eyes.
I know. It's just, I find all this so interesting. I've never known anybody handicapped. I'm sorry, I didn't...
Lucy, it's okay. I've known for some time that I'm different than many people.
I'm going to be very honest here. I hope you don't mind, but it is a little awkward being with someone that's different than myself. And I hate that it is. It shows how completely isolated my world is.
After a while, you get used to people not knowing what to say or how to act around one of us.
What? You know what? I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to say and do whatever I feel like around you from now on. Frankly, I feel better already having talked about it. Because I think that's what friends should do. Talk openly, honestly, about everything. Deal?
Deal.
Deal. I want you to teach me how to sign.
I'll be happy to. You know, only one person ever watched TV with me with the sound turned down before. You remind me of her. The way you scrunch up your nose, the way you light up. What I remember most about her is how she looked when she laughed.
You ever talk to her anymore?
All the time. And I'm pretty sure she listens. Levi? What'd you do? Know a good place for dessert? I think Levi just ate ours.
Oh, is that clock right? I'm an hour late to meet Miles. I can't believe I've been here that long. Let's do dessert this weekend. I mean, we've saved up, right? You don't have any plans, do you?
I know.
Good. Because Miles is going away with his brother for the weekend, which is perfect, because there's so much more that I want to talk about. Okay?
I wish you could talk. I'd give you a week's pay to do this for me.
Good morning. You know, I want to thank you again for last night. What a good time I had. You've actually changed the way I look at the world. I was up all night thinking about it.
That's good. I was awake all night too.
Something bothering you?
I was trying to decide what to do.
About what?
We haven't known each other very long, but I feel we've become friends. And last night we made a deal. If things were reversed, I would want you to tell me.
Tell you what?
Have you had any suspicions that Miles might be seeing someone else?
No. Why would you ask me that?
Because I think he is.
What?
I saw him talking to a woman in the cafeteria. It was before I knew who he was. I shouldn't have watched their conversation, but I did. They were making plans to rendezvous behind your back.
Sue, I don't know what... Maybe you're mistaken.
I wish I was. I was afraid to tell you. I don't want to hurt you.
You don't think there's a possibility that you might have made a mistake? If you're trying not to hurt me, you've picked an interesting way to show it.
I wish I could have just let it go, but as a friend...
I gotta go. I got a meeting.
This is Albert Drexler. Albert seems to have come into a considerable amount of money lately. His recent purchases include a yacht, new rolls, a condominium on Manhattan's Upper East Side.
I'm guessing it's not because he's Businessman of the Year.
Depends what business you're talking about. Now, we've got reason to believe Albert's in the diamond smuggling trade. This is where you earn your stripes. Albert isn't smart enough or connected enough to pull this off on his own. So whoever he's working for is on the other end of that call. We need you to look at the tape and see if you can come up with some phone number or name or address, anything.
I want to tell you again, thank you for having faith in me. I won't let you down.
That's what I'm counting on.
Jack, Eldridge wants to see us.
Okay, I'm there. Like I said, look at the tape and let me know if you come up with anything.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
What on earth happened?
Somebody threw a bomb through the window.
Why would somebody do this?
Doesn't really matter. If business doesn't pick up pretty soon, I'm gonna have to sell the place anyway.
Doesn't seem right now like that would be such a bad idea.
Ever since my wife died, it's all I got. Don't know what I'd do without her.
Maybe this is God's way of telling you to start enjoying life.
Somebody's way of trying to tell me something. But he doesn't work for God.
What? Who?
Nothing.
Hi.
Hi. Come in.
Thanks.
I was just about to make dinner. Do you want some?
Not unless you're serving crow. It's all I'm eating these days. I talked to Miles. At first he denied it, then, he admitted it. You were right. And he says he's sorry, which, I guess, is more than I've gotten from some men.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. It's unanimous. Everybody's sorry. I told him we were through, and he gave this half-hearted attempt to try and tell me we should give it another chance. Said she didn't mean anything to him. As if that somehow makes it okay. But you know the worst thing? I knew he would eventually do this to me. I can be so stupid when it comes to men.
It would be okay. My mother always says, When God closes one door, He opens another.
Yeah, but it's the darn hallways you gotta watch out.
Sue's been looking at the Drexler tape. Why don't you fill us in?
I couldn't get a name, but I did learn Drexler has a new shipment of diamonds ready to go.
Glad you could join us. Hope we didn't interrupt anything.
And he's meeting with a new client in New York on the 22nd.
Tomorrow.
10 o'clock.
And she even got the address.
I think it's time to give our regards to Broadway.
Yep. We're leaving this afternoon for New York. Sue, you're coming with us.
Oh, come on, Jack! Is this the FBI or the Special Olympics?
Look, that is out of line.
What's out of line is your fascination with her dog and pony show.
If you don't want to go to New York, don't. I'll find somebody else.
It's your case. Do whatever you want.
Does that mean you're going or not?
I've been hunting these fellas for 8 months. I'm not letting her run me off. I'll be there. But don't expect me to babysit.
Okay, that's it. We'll regroup when we get there.
You sure she's worth this, mate?
Don't you start in on me too, all right? You didn't like it, did you?
Raw fish wasn't too big in my neighborhood. We cook our meat before we eat it. We're funny that way. Levi seemed to like it, though.
Yeah.
Another thing that always amazes me is that the less they have to do to prepare your food, the more they charge you for it.
You have a very common sense way of looking at things.
I was raised to be very practical. Good Midwestern values, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm from Wisconsin.
City boy or country boy?
Small town.
And yet you like raw fish.
Well, my dad fed me sardines when I was a kid, so I guess sushi's a natural extension.
How did you end up with the FBI?
Well, I was always fascinated by it, but I guess I became a little more interested when I realized that I wasn't going to make a living playing professional hockey. Saddest day of my life.
And that was when?
I was 10. I was lousy. It worked in my favor, though. In my high school graduation photo, I was the only guy who still had all of his teeth. How about you?
Yeah, I have all my own teeth.
I guess you didn't play hockey.
Actually, I did. But mostly figure skating. But that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I saw a picture of you in your apartment. You were some kind of champion.
It was the one place that I could go to shut out the rest of the world.
You still skate?
I made a vow to myself a long time ago that I would never put on a pair of skates again.
What?
Judy Clark was my best friend. My only friend. We'd finished 1-2 in the state finals. I was 1, she was 2. And the day of the Midwest Championships was the biggest day of my life. The winner would go to the Nationals.
She's lost her place. She started over.
She doesn't know the music is over.
I was supposed to win. Obviously, I didn't. But Judy did. She was going to the Nationals. I was brokenhearted, but I was excited for Judy.
Well, it seems a bit much to give up something you love.
That's not why I quit.
Everybody in the bus, let's go! Write down everything you do. Then, when you show it to me, it'll be like I was there. I wouldn't understand. Let me stay a little longer. I'm practicing a new jump.
Something bad has happened.
What?
It's Judy. There's been an accident. The bus carrying the skaters to the Nationals. Sue, Judy died in the accident.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe it was a mistake.
No. But Judy's all right. She's in heaven.
But I want her here with me.
We don't know why some things happen the way they do, but God must have some big plans for you, baby.
I haven't skated since. But I miss her every day. I was so mad at God for letting that happen. It was supposed to be me in that bus instead of Judith. I was supposed to win. But I lost my place and had to start over.
Think it's your fault? You think it's your fault?
I think we should go back now.
Drexler, to my left. I've got him.
Walking this way. Looks like the potential buyers are here.
Big Hulk boy's on to Miles.
Miles, take a walk.
What do you got there, Albert? Ooh, nice. Little sample shine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty more where that came from.
There's
the buyer. Can anybody get this guy's face? Bobby?
Yeah, I'm trying, mate.
Can you get any closer? I don't know. I'm not picking up anything he's saying.
All right, relax. Take your time.
Too many people in the way.
Miles, where are you?
I'm trying to get around to come through the alley, but there's some kind of demonstration out here.
Tara?
I'm doing the best I can.
Sue, what? Bobby, she's coming out.
Oh, sorry, sir. Or ma'am. New thing, dog. He's still learning.
Oh, there you are, darling. I thought I'd lost you.
No, I'm right here.
What does she think she's doing? You're not an agent.
Okay, I'll handle it.
Jack, I told you, she shouldn't be here.
I'll handle this.
We're becoming a circus.
I was trying to get a clear look.
Unless you want to qualify for your pension, filing fingerprints, don't ever pull a stunt like that again.
But Jack...
But nothing. Let's go.
It was Russian.
What are you talking about?
They weren't speaking English. That's why I couldn't get it. They were speaking Russian.
You speak Russian?
No, we had a neighbor friend who did. She used to say Das Vidanya all the time. That's how I got it. Does the name Solonovich mean anything to you?
Vladimir Solanovich?
Yes.
He's one of the most wanted men in the world.
Well, he just drove off in that car.
You going to Bobby's birthday party?
No, I've got a report to finish.
Oh, it'll wait. Come on.
I don't think so.
Does this have something to do with what happened in New York? I heard Jack got a little upset with you in front of everybody.
He had a right to.
One thing you should know about Jack, he says what he means, but then it's over. It's never personal. Of course, with you, maybe it's a little different.
What does that mean?
I've seen the chemistry you two have. Maybe with you, it could get personal.
I don't know where you get that.
True friends, complete honesty. I had to deal with it, now it's your turn.
He's not interested in me.
Just like you're not interested in him? Come on, he is as cute as they come and he's a great person. Why shouldn't you be interested?
I've only had a handful of dates in my entire life. It's not something I'm comfortable with.
Not a problem. You're teaching me sign language. I'll teach you dating language. Come on, we're going to Bobby's party.
It's kind of dark. I don't do too well in these kind of settings. Too many lips, and I can't see them very well.
Well, you'd have a better chance than if you're trying to smear anybody. If you want to leave, I'll leave. Maybe I should get you a flashlight. Jackson? Maybe I should go and try and find out what there is to eat. Be right back.
Okay.
Yes!
Oh. This is more like it. Anyway, what I was saying was that, I didn't like the way I handled things yesterday.
I won't ever do it again.
No, I know. I just didn't have to be such a jerk about it.
Hey, you knucklehead.
I really can't believe I'm here, doing what I'm doing. And I know it's because of you.
Well, no, it's because of you. You seem to be having a little bit of a tough time believing that.
Yeah, maybe.
There you are.
Hi.
Hi.
You're early.
Yeah, I took the early flight.
Rhonda, Sue Thomas, Rhonda Walter. Sue's been working with us on a few cases.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I was about to head home. Levi hasn't eaten yet.
Oh, yeah. See you tomorrow?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
She's cute.
Did you know about her?
No. But it doesn't matter. She is not the real deal. I saw the way he was looking at you.
Without someone to love, stars are shining bright. So one more wish goes up. Oh, I wish I may, and I wish with all my might, for the love I'm dreaming of and missing in my life. You'd think that I could find a true love of my own. It happens all the time to people that I know. Their wishes all come true. So I've got to believe that there's still someone out there who is meant for only me. I guess I must be wishing on someone else's star. It seems like someone else keeps getting what I'm wishing for. Why can't I be as lucky as those other people are?
Yeah, I love you too. You don't have a girlfriend hidden away someplace, do you? If I do something stupid again, jump up and knock me down.
This is only a chance to break open one of the world's biggest crime syndicates and bring down Vladimir Solanovich.
Am I late?
No. Everybody was called in early.
This is Alexander Renko. He's one of Solanovich's lieutenants.
I've seen him before. He tried to buy my friend's gas station.
Yeah, extort is probably more like it. Among other things, the Russian mob also controls the gasoline black
Now,
market.
we know that there's a meeting tonight between Renko, Drexler, and Solanovich to finalize their diamond deal.
Only one little problem. We don't know where.
Now, if we could find Renko or Drexler, they may lead us there, but so far, no luck. Our intelligence tells us that Solanovich is due back in Russia any day.
Which is why we need to get him now. Turn over every slug-infested rock. Do what you have to do. I want to know where that meeting is. Let's go.
What can I do to help?
Well, you've done your job. Now we have to do ours.
But I can help.
Eldridge doesn't want you involved. This is for agents only. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do.
Jack, I want you and Demetrius to meet with me and the assistant U.S. attorney in my office in 5 minutes.
Come on, Levi.
Sue,
So I've done my investigation.
What investigation?
About last night, Jack, and the date. She's an attorney at Justice, and he met her about 3 weeks ago. And I'm getting very slow in my old age, because there was a time he couldn't have gone 2 days without me finding out something like that. Anyway, as far as I can tell, he's very unsure about it. So like I said last night, no big deal.
Lucy, forget about it. There's nothing between Jack and me, and there isn't going to be.
What's this?
A microwave cookbook. Even tells you how to make meatloaf for your late nights here.
Thanks, but I won't be needing it. I sold the station today.
You said it would kill you to sell this place.
I had no choice. They were squeezing me out. They won. Michael's over there now, gloating.
I gotta follow him. Maybe they haven't won, Charlie.
Wait!
He's part of the Eastern European mob. Something is happening tonight, but we haven't been able to find out where.
He turned right here. No, left. Turn left.
You said he turned right here.
I mean, he turned right here.
It's dark in here. It's hard enough to see what you're saying without you trying to confuse me.
I said he turned left right back there.
Here, dial.
It says hello.
That means she answered. Say, hello, Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
Now, when she talks back, you read what she says.
She wants to know who I am.
Hi, this is Sue. I'm following one of the men Jack is looking for, just off Delaney and 10th Street. Tell me what she said.
She says she'll try to get a hold of him and that we should... It says we have no signal.
Try her again.
He's pulling over.
Now what?
I don't know, any phone signal?
No.
Maybe if I get out of the car, I can get a line. We told her where we are. Hopefully somebody's on the way. Stay here, I'll be right back. Come on, Levi.
No quick movements.
Charlie? Charlie?
Found this guy outside. Claims he's here with Sue Thomas.
Is one of you guys Jack Hudson? We left you a message. We followed Renko out here.
Yeah, Lucy said that you called. What she wasn't able to tell you is that we're already here waiting. Where is she?
She's trying to get a phone signal to call you.
Oh, this is great. I told you it was a mistake to let her work with us. She's going to ruin this whole thing.
Hey, she found the guy she knew you were looking for. If you had kept her in the loop, she would have known you were going to be here.
Bobby, you see anyone out there?
No, don't see a thing.
Tara, give me an earpiece.
Jack.
I'm not leaving her out there. Let me know as soon as someone spots her.
Charlie?
нас сегодня груз вечером придет, так что у нас есть время. Ну, поехали тогда пивка попьем. Я знаю одно очень хорошенькое место.
Showtime.
Bobby, Jack, he's coming in.
Where are you going?
It's Selanovich. We have touchdown.
Okay, look, we're ready to move. Jack, we're ready.
Okay, I'll mic out.
Lock and load, boys and girls.
Let's go.
Wait, don't move.
Whoa, hold it. Back.
Oh, no. Oh, man, this can't be happening.
You got it.
Everybody stand by.
Watch it, you get.
Eyes longer. Over there.
Let's go. Get rid of her.
Jack, what's going on?
They're going inside.
Okay, nobody move. Demetrius, you coordinate all the others. I'm going in after Sue. If you lose contact with me, do not come in after me. I repeat, do not come in after me. Wait for them to come out.
From bad to worse.
Bobby, Miles, hold tight. Be ready to move when I get the signal. Can you get your lens focused on them on the inside?
Not getting much. Wait, I see them.
FBI, drop it. Shoot them.
Jack's hit!
Miles, go! Bobby, move to the back exit! No!
Drop it now.
Put the gun down! G'day, boys. Welcome to America.
Tara, we need an ambulance. I'm fine. Take care of the dog.
Whoa, what are you doing? You can't bring a dog in here.
It's okay. It's
No,
FBI.
it's not okay, okay? Take him to a vet.
This dog has friends in very high places. If he dies, you're responsible. I don't think you want that.
All right, get him. Come on.
Sir, come with me. We need to take care of that shoulder.
I'm fine. Go with you.
Hang in there. Hang in there, Levi. I know you can hear me. You can beat this. You and I are cut from the same cloth. We have to be tougher than the other guy. But that makes us good at beating the odds. You know, I told you everything about me. But I never told you how I found you.
One of these dogs will change your life. We'll train him to be the ears you never had, sort of like welfare reform for canines.
What about him?
I wouldn't recommend him.
I like him.
I'm afraid he's been too badly abused. It's unlikely he'd even be trainable. Another dog would be much better.
know how it feels when nobody wants you. I'll take him. God. Please, just let him get through this. We've come too far together for you to let him die now.
How's he doing?
I don't know. He's in a coma. The vet doesn't know if he will come out of it.
Nah, he's tough.
How are you doing?
I'm tough too. I'll be all right.
I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Now, don't say that. You saved my life tonight.
Levi saved your life. And because of me, he might lose his. I put you both in jeopardy. None of this would have happened if it weren't for me.
None of this would have happened if I hadn't recruited you to come and work with us. And if I could have played hockey, none of this would have happened, because I wouldn't have even been in the FBI.
That's not the same, and you know it.
Yes, Sue, it is the same. If I'd let you in on what we were doing, then you wouldn't have had to follow Ranko. I hate to burst your bubble, but you are not personally responsible for every little thing that happens in this world, good or bad. I know you've had to prove yourself over and over again. But you know what? You've done it. It's time for you to accept that you are a warm, funny, caring, beautiful person. Every time that you touch someone's life, you make it better. Including mine.
And mine.
And mine.
Do you ever think maybe it wasn't an accident that you walked into my office that day?
Or that your car broke down.
That you almost flattened me?
All my life, I felt like an outsider. Like I was standing at the candy store, pressing my nose against the glass, looking in. But you made me realize something. That we're all inside the candy store, together. Each with our own problems. One person doesn't get to eat the jelly beans. Somebody else doesn't get to have the juju fruit. We're all the same, but different.
We're all part of your life now, so get used to it. Because no matter what happens, we're here for you.
Levi. He's awake. He's awake.
Nurse, doctor, somebody.
Vital signs are good. Breathing's back to normal. He's through the worst of it. Easy, boy.
By any chance, is the phone ringing? Somebody better answer it, or he will keep trying to tell me about it. Take a day off, buddy. You've earned it.
I want to keep him still, so I'm going to give him something to make him sleep. I suggest you do the same. Now, if you want to go home, this would be the time.
I don't want to go home. But I do know where I want to go.
Well, I'm sure this isn't exactly what you had in mind, but it's the best we could do at 6 a.m. in August with half an hour's notice.
Yeah, some things even the FBI can't pull off.
Just pretend it's ice.
If I live to be 100
It's perfect.
and never see the 7 wonders, that'll be alright. Should my tender heart be broken, I will cry those teardrops from knowing